What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to another episode of the Borussia Dortmund career mode series. And we're going to start this episode off with a squad report, having a look at the players that have grown for this month. And as always, if you do want to see any of the growth in the side, then please feel free to pause the video. There's not too much growth in the first team, but in some of the reserves slash bench players, there are some growth in there, and it's good to see that some of the old players as well, such as Blazikowski, is going up despite the fact that he is 28 now. I love that feature in career mode, and I'm really starting to enjoy the new career mode, even though it's pretty much the same as last year. Just the growth system in general is just a little bit more exciting, I guess you could say. But I've got a lot of things to talk about in this video. This is going to be a very important video, so any of you that have clicked on this video, feel free just to have a little listen, because I'm going to be talking about a fair few things in this episode alone. So first of all, if this video does get to over 50 likes, I will be uploading a special video tomorrow, and you will wait and see what that is. It's a very, very special video. It's nothing to do with Q&A or anything like that, although I will be taking questions on Twitter as well as in the comments section below for the Q&A, which I will do very, very soon, as we have recently hit 2,000 subscribers. And I want to thank you guys for all the support that you've given me over this past month. It's been absolutely incredible since the release of the new FIFA. I've just had so many new subscribers, and to all of you new subscribers, welcome to the channel and thank you for subscribing. And the next thing I want to talk about very quickly is the new team that I'm going to be starting with. Now, that really does depend on if you do want to see it, guys, because I know that we're probably only going to be doing 2 seasons with Dortmund. We'll have to wait and see if we do more than that. But I will be starting a new career mode as well. So there'll be 2 career modes running. That'll only be temporary. I may actually end up simming to the end of this season and then playing if we qualify for the Champions League, and then just play through that season basically, because I'm sure it's going to be a little bit boring after a while. The transfer window is in the next episode, guys, episode 10. So leave your transfer suggestions in the comments down below. And also, yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the new team is Burnley, and that is the team that you guys have chosen in the straw poll. If you didn't vote in the straw poll, or you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll leave a link in the description to it, just so you guys have a little bit of an idea as to what's going on. But yeah, on to the idea of simming to the end of the season after the transfer window is over. Maybe we should do that. It's up to you guys, because I can see it getting a little bit tedious if we're just playing in the Deutsche Pokal and also in the Bundesliga. I can seriously see that getting a little bit repetitive. So if you guys do want to see me sim to the end of the season, then just see me playing in the Champions League basically, because of course that is really the main aim of this series, is just to try and get a good run in the Champions League, maybe even win it. What a goal that was from Blazikowski. I couldn't let that lie. That was a fantastic goal, and I just had to mention that very quickly. Probably one of the goals of the season, maybe. I'm not sure if I'm kind of categorizing a lot of goals as goal of the season, but it will certainly be a contender for that for sure, because that is a very, very nice long shot, kind of curler into the top right hand corner from Blazikowski. Very nice indeed, and that did make it 1-0 in this match against Hoffenheim. But yeah, I do need to know in the comments down below from you guys if I should sim to the end of the season. And yeah, so just let me know in the comments down below, and of course leave some questions for the Q&As. It'd be interesting to see what questions you do want to ask me as we make it 2-0 here against Hoffenheim within the space of only 5 minutes. Aubameyang on form once again, scoring at the near post. Those goals just seem to be going in left, right and centre from Aubameyang, getting his 7th goal in the Bundesliga, which is fantastic to see. He's been in fantastic form recently, and it's just brilliant to see that he's just scoring so many goals in so many matches. It's brilliant, and he's one of my favourite players in this team. But, you know, Hoffenheim were looking to get back into this match, and I just have no words for that. I seriously don't. That was such a bad parry from Weidenfeller. He seriously shouldn't have parried that. Maybe you could argue that was bending towards the far post anyway, but regardless, Roberto Firmino still managed to put it into the back of the net. But it didn't matter, even though we lost our clean sheet, which is a little bit annoying because Weidenfeller has been playing well despite that little mishap there that he did have when he did parry that cross. I think that was from El Yunusi, if I'm right in saying. And yeah, he's a quality player. Maybe a player that I do pick up on one of my career modes. We'll have to wait and see, and maybe that's someone that I do pick up with Burnley, which will be starting most likely next week, depending on when you guys really want to be seeing it. And a lot of you have also been asking about the Road to Glory. This is the last thing I'm going to be talking about before I talk over the gameplay, guys. And hopefully you don't mind me just talking like this to you guys, because I do feel I have a lot of important topics to talk about that you guys should be made aware of. And they will affect the channel at the end of the day. They really do. So that's why I'm talking about this. Hopefully you don't mind. And in the next episode it will be a live commentary, because of course it is a transfer window. But yes, a lot of you have been asking also about the Road to Glory career mode. I haven't said a word about it, but now I'm going to start talking about it a little bit more. Now I know a lot of you guys did subscribe for Road to Glory career mode. That will be coming very, very soon. I don't know if you remember, but I don't think I started my Road to Glory career mode in FIFA 14 till about December time, but that's when most of you did subscribe to my channel, and I'm thankful for all those that did subscribe. And of course I understand that you guys do want to be seeing that on this channel, and it will come to you. I promise it will come. It's just going to be a matter of time before it does come, and once it does, it's going to be better than ever. Trust me, guys. I'll leave a straw poll, not in this video, but maybe in the next video, of the teams that you guys can decide from. And I've got a few in there. I've got Luton Town, I've got Cambridge, and a few others that have been promoted from the Screw Conference. And I'm sure there'll be a real challenge to do. More of a challenge than Bristol Rovers, because they did actually have a fairly good squad to start off with in the N Power League 2. But anyway, that's all the important stuff done and dusted with. All of the important stuff that I needed to talk about to you guys. And that is, of course, now done and dusted. And we are going into the final game of the episode here. We did get a win in our first episode. Sorry, in our first game against Hoffenheim, I think it was. And that was a 2-1 win. And then we drew against Hertha Berlin at the Olympiastadion. And that was a little bit disappointing, but we're hoping to redeem ourselves here against Wolfsburg, who are a very solid side in the Bundesliga. I'm sure they'll be looking for a top 4 spot as they take a shot there, and that is a great save from Weidenfeller in the net. He's been in absolutely fantastic form. Top clean sheets in the league, which is absolutely fantastic, as Piszczek here picks out Adrian Ramos, who has the shot, and that is a fantastic goal with his left foot, taking it down on the volley. And that is a brilliant goal from Adrian Ramos, finally proving his worth, as well as Piszczek as well, who hasn't been in the best of form. But that is a fantastic crossfield ball to Adrian Ramos. The goalkeeper did make a mistake there, yes he did, trying to pick up the ball, because he did not expect such a deadly shot there from Ramos to make it 1-0 in this match. And I have to say, after half-time, the floodgates really did start to open here, and Wolfsburg were really struggling to contain us. We were such a dominant team, and right here, Mkhitaryan crossing into the middle, and it's Adrian Ramos again getting another goal, making it 2-0 there, and getting his brace in the 51st minute. Absolutely fantastic stuff from Adrian Ramos once again, and a great little bit of play from Mkhitaryan to create the chance by crossing it into the middle, getting his 3rd goal in the Bundesliga and his 2nd goal in the match. And we were, of course, looking to extend our goal tally here as we give the corner to Ricardo Rodriguez against his former club into the middle. Neven Subotic is there, and we make it 3-0. Unbelievable stuff. So many goals in this second half pouring out, and we are beating Wolfsburg 3-0. What a surprise. I surprised myself, I'll be honest. After drawing against Hertha Berlin, I really didn't expect us to come and just be so dominant against Wolfsburg, but that just shows how much quality really is in this side when we do put our minds to it, and we really can score goals if we just put our minds to it. As you can see there, we pick up a penalty. Ramos was not happy with that challenge on Mkhitaryan, who did give him that goal from the cross earlier in the game, and I think it would have been unfair not to give this to Adrian Ramos. I mean, he's on 2 goals already. It's almost destined that he scores a hat-trick now, isn't it? I mean, we've got a great chance of making it 4-0, yes. And if we miss it, it's not really the end of the world. But I thought why not just give it to Adrian Ramos? I think it would just make the most amount of sense in the world. Even though he doesn't have the best of penalties and there are better penalty takers in the team, it would just have made more sense. He was low on fitness, and if he would have scored this, then I would take him off and just replace him with someone like Immobile for the remainder of the game. He steps up for the penalty. Will he score it? Yes, he will. Diego Benaglio goes the right way, but we managed to tuck it into the back of the net, and it's Ramos getting the hat-trick against Wolfsburg. Absolutely fantastic stuff, and it's the first game for Ricardo Rodriguez against his former club, and by golly, he was playing well in this match, as well as Ramos there, getting his hat-trick and his 4th goal in the Bundesliga. So he's really starting to prove his worth after coming from Hertha Berlin for 10 million, and we could have even made it 5-0 here, as Aubameyang gets played through, has a shot, and it just went in. Unbelievable. 5-0 against Wolfsburg. Unbelievable stuff here. And Aubameyang once again getting on the score sheet. Sorry, not getting off the score sheet. He's definitely not getting off the score sheet. He's getting on it so many times. His 8th goal in the Bundesliga, and I'm sure that's one of many to come, because he seems to be scoring in every single match. It's absolutely brilliant. Unfortunately for us, Soldado did score, but it was ruled as offside, even though he did start celebrating. I do like that new feature in career mode, because it's very realistic. I mean, let's be honest, sometimes, you know, players score goals and they celebrate without even realising that they're offside, and that was a prime example right there of Soldado showing his worth and scoring an offside goal after he transferred from Spurs. But, yep, he did score a goal in the end. And I did feel a little bit sorry for him. No, I didn't really. That was just shocking passing round the back. And yeah, that really shouldn't have been 5-1 there. It really shouldn't have been 5-1. And I guess they did deserve a goal. When you do look at the stats, they certainly deserved probably the same amount of goals as us. But Diego Benaglio, as well as the Wolfsburg defence, they did not play well whatsoever. The attackers played fantastically. And Olic in particular, he did play fantastically well, the 35-year-old Croatian. But this is going to be the end of the episode, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.